Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the poem which is penned by or written by William Henry Davis. So the poem is leisure. Leisure means the time which we have free time, as we can say, and what we should do in the free time. So now this poem, as William Henry Davis has written, because today's man or human beings, they don't have the time. They have just become machines and they are just working like machines. So they don't have to stand and watch the beauties of nature. So whenever we feel irritated, tired, at that time we go for a picnic, and on the river side we like to see the natural beauties. We go there, we go to hill station, so that is only for one day. But we should take out the time for beauties of the nature that is in our busy schedule also. So here poem Leisure. So it is written by William Henry Davis. So he is talking about the human beings, and it is a lesson for us that we should stand and look at the beauties of the nature, all the beautiful things, not only the trees or the rivers or the lakes, but the human beings are also too beautiful. We don't have the time to spend with the human beings. We come at home and we are just before the mobiles and the TVs and computers, and all these things had made us very far away. They have taken us from the human beings. We even don't talk with them. So here, what is this life full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. So here the poet says, what is the use of such life? It has no meaning. Full of care, full of all the worries and stress. Today we get up early in the morning, then we go for the work, we do the household work. We don't talk with each other. Who is coming, who is going, we don't care for that. And in this, what is this life? If full of care, filled with all the worries and stress, what is this life? It has no meaning. We have no time to stand and stare. Even we don't stand there and look. Stare means to look at the beauties of nature. We don't have the time to look at those things. So this life, it has no meaning. We have just become like, we are working like the machines, and we have just become like the machines and the robots. No difference between the man and the robots. So we have shunned all our feelings and the thoughts, we shunned there, and we just start working like machines. No time to stand beneath the boughs. Boughs means that is the under the tree, branches of the tree. We don't stand under the branches of the tree and stare as long as sheep or cows. So when we stand under the tree, it is taken from the countryside, the village area. So when we stand there, we will see that in the open fields, how the cows and the sheep, they move, and how gracefully they look. And the sheep, they look very beautiful. The cows, their eyes too beautiful. So these all beautiful things. We are totally far away from all these beautiful things. So no time to stand beneath the boughs. Here, standing under a tree also, that is a really very great enjoyment for us. See, watching the birds, watching the animals grazing in the lands. So all those things gives us so pleasure, so beauties to our eyes, but still we don't have the time. No time to see when woods we pass, where squirrels hide their nuts in the grass. Woods means that is the forest or the jungle. So whenever we used to pass through the forest, we don't have the time. We want to reach home and complete our work. We don't have the time to see the squirrels hide their nuts in grass, how they crack the nuts, how they take the nuts and hide in the grass. So we don't have how the squirrels sit very cute, in a cute manner. So we don't have the time to see even the beauties of that squirrel also, how she cracks the nut. So that is why when we are so busy, we are far away from all these beauties of the nature, and this should not happen with the human beings, because when we are with the nature, we forget all our worries. But if human beings understand this, then they will be with the nature. But today's human beings has just become the machines, and they are moving far away from the natural beauties. So when the squirrels sit and crack the nuts, the way they sit and the three lines on their back and their tail, it looks very beautiful, and it gives us that how beautiful God has created this small creature. No time to see in broad daylight, streams full of stars like skies at night. So in daytime also we don't have the time to see the riverside, the streams, river flowing in a very narrow path. So we don't have the time, because in the daylight, when the sun's rays fall on the streams or on the rivers, it appears that the stars are twinkling on the river in the daytime. So as we see the stars in the night, the same stars we can see in the broad daylight in the streams when the sun shines on it. But we don't have the time to even daytime and even at the night to see the stars in the sky. So it looks very beautiful to see the stars, their position, and that is to get the knowledge from the nature, but we don't have the time. We are busy in our schedule. We don't care for others. Not only these natural beauties, we don't care for the human beings also, because we are running after, we are mad after earning lot of money. And in this way, we are very much away from the beauties of the nature which God has given to us as a gift. So we have no time in the broad daylight also even to watch the streams and the stars in the night. No time to turn at beauty's glance. So when a beautiful girl looks at you, you don't have the time to see, because and watch her feet, how they can dance. Even you don't watch the feet of the girl, how gracefully she walks, wearing all the jewelries and, as we say, the anklets. So we don't have the time how the anklet moves and how it makes the sounds, beautiful sound made by the anklets in her feet. But we don't have the time to see even the beauties of the human beings, that is the girl also. No time to wait till her mouth can enrich that smile. Her eyes began. Even we don't have this time to see the beautiful girl smiling through her eyes. And when she smiles through her eyes, the smile suddenly reaches to her mouth, but we don't glare at her. We don't pay attention to her. We move away because we are so busy in our schedule. Daily schedule is fixed. So we don't see the smiles of that young lady, the beauties of that young lady when she is smiling through her eyes. We don't pay attention, and the eye smile suddenly reaches to the mouth, but we don't pay attention. Even we don't have a shortest of a minute also there to watch that beautiful face. A poor life this is if full of care. So here the poet says, your life is so poor. We are so poor because if we are filled with the stress and the worries, we don't enjoy the beauties of the nature, the beauties that God has given to us. We have no time to stand and stare. So, but we have no time to stand and stare. So human beings today working just as the machines or the robots, no feelings, no thoughts comes to their minds, only their work, and they are crazy. They have become mad after running after something which is very, very far to achieve, because they don't know when they achieve this, all the physical happiness things, what will be they are gaining there. But when we just think about it, we think that all the beauties of the nature, these are the real wealth which belongs to us and which are given to us as the God's gift. So we should take out in our busy schedule also, we should take out time to watch the beauties of the nature. Now listen here, we have talked about this poem, that here the moral, the central idea is that poet asks us to give us little time to watch the beauties of the nature or the beauties the God has given to us as gifts. So this is the central idea of the poem. It is a lesson for us. Now see the poem, two lines are given there. And if we go through the rhyme scheme of the poem, care, stare, AA, then bows, cows, that is BB, pass, grass, CC. So if the rhyme scheme is asked, you shouldn't write it with AA, BB, CC, DD, but you will have to write it. The poem is in rhyming couplet. So that you will write it. Here for the poem. Why rhyming couplet? Because our rhyme scheme is A, A, B, B, C, C. The whole poem will come. So you will have to write up to A, B, C, C, D, D, E, E, F, F. Instead of writing that, you will write only that is a poem is in rhyming couplet. Couple, that is a pair. Okay, so pair A, A, B, B, C, C, D, D. So you will have to write that is a poem is in rhyming couplet. So this is about the poem, that it is in rhyming couplets. So now listen here. Here question is asked in every line. Question is asked, what is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. So this is a rhetorical question. It is known as the figure of speech, that is the interrogation, but it is a rhetorical question. Now, what is rhetorical question? Rhetorical question means a question is asked, but the answer is not at all expected. This same type of rhetorical question, you do it in the speech writing. Okay, when you start your speech, when you give the speech, when you write your speech, so at that time, some rhetorical questions, 1 or 2 are added. That means answer is not expected from the audience. Only you will have to ask. And why these rhetorical questions are put up there? That is to give stress on the particular line, particular ideas. Okay, so that is the interrogation, or it is known as the rhetorical question. Now listen here, if we have seen the personification in the poem, personification, that is the non-living things are given the human quality. So that is, if we see the personification in the poem, so we get here, no time to wait her till her mouth can enrich that smile. Her eyes began, beauty's glance. So here a young beautiful girl. We are talking about the young beautiful girl. So that is beauty's glance. So here nature is compared to the beautiful girl, and beautiful girl is given the human quality of wearing anklets in her feet and walking gracefully and smiling. So that is the personification. Now, see in the stanza 4, streams full of stars like skies at night. So in the daytime, you can see the streams full of stars because of the sunlight. Okay, as the beams of the sun fall on the streams or the rivers, it shines there. So it looks as the night looks with the stars. So same it looks in the daylight. So like skies at night. So like word is used, means it is simile. Okay, so simile is also used here. And metaphor as the beauty is given, is compared to the beautiful girl there. So that is also there. And here and stare as long as sheep or cows. So that is alliteration in the second stanza itself. So that is alliteration. S sound is repeated for the poetic effect. Okay. So that is alliteration. So 2 or 3 figures of speech are used. And only the hidden meaning is that we should take out the time in our busy schedule for the beauties of the nature. Now tomorrow we will discuss about the appreciation of the poem. Till then, go through the poem and find out the figures of speech and write down the rhyme scheme. So till then, you go through the question answers and all those things in the poem. Okay, tomorrow we are going to discuss about the poem appreciation. Till then, goodbye. Take care, all of you.